everyone, I'm meteorologist Valerie Mills. Thanks for logging on to My Fox Hurricane. We're just about 2 days away from the official peak of hurricane season, and right in line with that, tracking a couple of areas that are showing some signs of strengthening in the next week. Two of those out in the open water of the Atlantic, about 50 to 60% chance for these two waves to develop in the next week. But there's another system that's closer to home. This one now looking more impressive as it's emerged into the Bay of Campeche on Sunday morning. That has really enhanced the odds now. Conditions very favorable for strengthening in the next few days. 90% chance that this develops into a depression over the next few days, and we'll kind of switch things over. And these two areas, about a 40% chance. This one that's ahead of that outer wave, 40% chance for that to develop on approach to the Lesser Antilles. And as these kind of get closer to the coast, we'll be keeping a close eye on those. But for this system that's in the Gulf, much more impressive convection. The storms around this area looking a lot more impressive for today, and a lot of activity out in the western Gulf. So here's a look at what we're expecting with the general track of this area. It's kind of going to scoot right along the western Gulf, kind of traveling due north, and then it takes that turn more to the north and east. So right now we are on high alert, all of our western Gulf states. We could be talking about some watches and warnings even dropping later today as the odds continue to increase and we have a better idea of the direction this will take in the coming days. So let's take a look at our exclusive Fox model and how it paints the picture in the next few days. Slow motion Sunday and Monday, so not really expecting any impacts there, but it's Tuesday into Wednesday, where especially southeast Texas and the coast of Louisiana will start to see some tropical impacts. And then this travels inland. So through the middle of the week, we're going to be watching the Mississippi Valley for some impacts, and we'll be kind of on the outer edge of that, where I think maybe we get some of that action here around the Sunshine State. But the brunt of that really looks like it's going to hit eastern Texas and right around Louisiana, where regardless of if it develops or not, look at the rain potential that we're looking at the next few days. We're talking 4 to 8 inches to be possible really all along these coastal spots, and even heading inland, still some pretty big rain totals are going to be possible. So at this point in the season, we're a little bit behind schedule. We've only had 5 named storms. All of those have had some sort of impact to land. 3 hurricanes, 1 major hurricane so far for the 2024 season. And things really have just been so quiet out in the far eastern Atlantic, where we typically would get these waves kicking off. We have some cooler water, a lot of Saharan dust that's been continuing to keep things quiet. But we're talking about this dust starting to break down and more of the potential for these storms to come off the coast of Africa. So in our main development region, we expect things to be a little bit more active, highlighting the potential for some formation zones here in the next couple of days. So we're going to continue to keep a close eye on all of these areas. Next named storm would be Francine. We possibly see that in the Gulf in the next 2 days. More updates will come right here on My Fox Hurricane.